The love handles are right here in this position. You know if you have them because it's extremely embarrassing. My most watched video on YouTube is how to get rid of man boobs. I believe that's because 1, a lot of you have man boobs, and 2, because it really sucks to have man boobs. Let me tell you what else sucks: love handles. And other than man boobs, there's not really anything else you can have on your body that makes you feel less masculine than having love handles. In this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to get rid of those love handles for good. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you 2 exercises. These 2 exercises will not help you burn body fat, they will not help you spot reduce body fat, but they will help you build a wider back, and they'll also help bring the shoulders in. If you have wider shoulders, if you have a wider back, it will make your waist look smaller, giving you more that V-taper look. If you're the type of person that wants to learn how to build muscle, who wants to learn how to lose excess body fat and stay lean, that's what I teach you how to do on this YouTube channel, so I recommend you subscribe, and if you do subscribe, then just click the little bell as well. You've clicked on a video titled How to Lose Love Handles, which tells me that you have love handles and you're really concerned about them and you want to learn how to lose them. So first of all, love handles are basically excess body fat. It's just extra body fat. The way that we get rid of any extra body fat, whether it's on the arm, whether it's on the hand, whether it's on the face, the chin, the belly, or the love handles, is you have to achieve a calorie deficit. You have to burn more calories than you consume every day. The idea is that we have this thing called maintenance calories. Maintenance calories are the calories that you eat per day where you wouldn't gain any body fat and you wouldn't lose any. So if you got on the scales and you was 170 pounds and you ate that many calories a day, and let's just say for this example it's 2,500 calories a day for you. Everybody's slightly different, but let's say you ate that number of calories each day for a month, you would be exactly 170 pounds, give or take half a pound. If you go 300 to 500 calories lower than your maintenance calories, that's how you achieve a calorie deficit. That's how you lose body fat. I recommend going close to the 500 calorie mark, but it depends on how aggressive you want to be. When you eat in that calorie deficit, your body will then start using your stored energy, which is your body fat, such as the body fat on your love handles, and it will start to use that as energy to make up for the lack of calories that you're eating. So if you're eating 500 less calories per day, the body still wants those extra 500 calories, and because it doesn't have it, it will take it from your fat. It will use the fat as energy, meaning that your fat will slowly start to go. There's really 2 ways to achieve the calorie deficit. You can either take your body weight in pounds, LBS, multiply that number by 10 to 12 and eat that many calories per day. The other way that you can do it is multiply your body weight by 14 to 15 and take that number there, weigh yourself every week to see whether you're gaining or losing any body fat with that number of calories per day. If you're gaining a little bit of weight, then take some calories away, and if you're losing weight, then add a little bit more calories. At that point, after a few weeks, you'll find out that that's your maintenance calories for sure. That's how you find the maintenance calories, and then all you have to do from there is take 500 away from it. Both ways you will achieve a calorie deficit. It's up to you which way you want to do. Obviously, the calculation of multiplying by 10 to 12 is less accurate, but 100% works for everybody. Finding your maintenance calories just means it's going to take a little bit longer, maybe 3 weeks to even find where you're at the deficit. But once you do, you're going to be exactly the amount of calories that you need per day. So it's a trade-off. It really doesn't matter. Don't overthink it. Just choose one and roll with it. Don't sit there and don't take action just because you've got 2 options. Just make a decision and go with it. Now we know to lose body fat, we need to achieve the calorie deficit, and you know how to achieve a calorie deficit. The other thing you need to know is there is no special cream you can buy marketed by some idiot that you can rub on your love handles and within 2 weeks they disappear. It's just bullshit. It's just hard work. Basically, it's hard work is how you do anything, and the same applies here. That's how you lose the body fat, is you just work hard at it every single day. One common myth that still goes around, and this really frustrates me, and I'm not going to go on a 5-minute rant about it even though I could, is you've got people who've got millions of subscribers on YouTube, and not all of them, I know that. I'm just telling you that some of them are telling you 10 exercises to do to lose your love handles. You've got a person that's really emotionally in a bad situation. They're really down on themselves. They don't have much confidence because of this love handles. They don't have any experience in fitness. They don't know anything about health and fitness. So they go onto the internet to find some advice, and what do? They tell you to do exercises to lose body fat. They lie to you by telling you to do a specific exercise, by just crunching this way or just lifting your arm up in a certain way will allow you to burn all of those love handles off, which not one single person in the history of that million viewed video actually lost body fat that way. I often think about this because really the only reason that I have to do what I do is because of all the people out there that are telling you the wrong information. I have to come out and do a video about the right information. So really there should be no need for me to even do this video, but of course there is. When people say you can use an exercise just to lose a bit of body fat, whether it's belly fat, whether it's your chest fat, whether it's your love handles, and you can do one exercise that will help you lose it all, basically there's a name for that. It's called spot reducing body fat. It means you can choose a specific place to lose body fat. That's not how it works in the body. Your body doesn't allow you to choose where you lose body fat from. What you do is you achieve that calorie deficit that we talked about, and then your body will take the body fat from wherever it wants to. And this is genetic. This is different for every single person. Now, typically what's going to happen, and again, in these videos, I'm just honest with you. I know by me telling you that you can't spot reduce body fat, it's going to get less views than somebody that's telling you all these lies, but I don't care. I just want to tell you the truth. For some people, if you're in that calorie deficit, the first thing to come off will be those love handles. You'll be one of the lucky ones. For 90% of people, and exactly the same for me, they're actually the last places to come off. So what's going to happen is you might have to lose 10 pounds of body fat, and your body will start taking it from your arms, your hands, your chest, your shoulders, your legs, all the other places it will start taking it from. And after a certain point, after a few weeks, it will then start to take it from the places that you want. The love handles, or for some people it's the belly fat or the chest fat. And although that's annoying because you're like, okay, I've got to lose 10 pounds before I even start losing any of my love handles, and let me just say, that's not necessarily the case for you. Your body might choose to lose a little bit off everywhere. It really is just all over the place and genetic. But the good news about that is if you are one of those people like me, that for me, when I cut down, it's always the belly fat and the love handle. I don't get mega out of shape, but sometimes in the past, if I've chose to go on a long bulk and bulk up, then I will gain some extra body fat on the belly and the love handles, and they're always the last places to go. The good news is when they do start to come in, they go really fast. So, you know, if you lose that first 10 pounds of body fat and then all of a sudden the love handles start coming in, you might be losing 2 pounds of body fat a week, and you're losing a lot of that off those love handles. Within a week or two, you can really see how quickly you're starting to lose it. So that is the positive of it. Don't go anywhere, we still have a little bit more to discuss, but the fundamentals of this is achieve the calorie deficit. I've taught you how to achieve the calorie deficit, and then basically consistency with that calorie deficit over time will result in you losing those love handles or any body fat that you don't want. You can't use exercise to specifically reduce body fat. However, you can do some other things. So you want to be sleeping 7 to 9 hours per night. The more sleep you get, the more body fat you're going to lose. I also recommend starting a weight training program if you don't have one yet. I'm going to leave a full body workout in the description, the exercises and the sets and reps to aim for, so that you can go in there and start out with that. This is for a beginner. Also, I have a full body workout at home if you're on lockdown on my YouTube channel, so there's no excuses to people that can't get to the gym. You can also incorporate some light cardio, and when I say light cardio, yes, I mean light cardio. Specifically walking around 30 to 60 minutes in a morning, or if you're doing intermittent fasting before your first meal, just doing some fasted walking is a really good way to burn some extra body fat. Also, you can start to increase your NEAT training. So NEAT is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and this is just the exercise that you're doing whilst you're almost idle. For example, fidgeting, standing, walking, all the things that is not a planned training session, just all the extra things. And the way you can increase this is walk places. If you go to work and you're still at work during the lockdown, in your lunch break, instead of sat there on your phone, go out, go for a 30-minute walk. Walk to work, walk home from work, walk to the gym. Try and walk to a lot of the places that you go, and I'm not expecting everybody to just walk everywhere because I know that's unrealistic for a lot of people, but if you can just add anywhere between 30 minutes and just 2 hours of walking per day, is going to help you lose a little bit more body fat. Don't go crazy on the cardio. This is a big fat loss mistake that people think will help them lose body fat, is doing 2 hours on the treadmill or 2 hours on the elliptical. That's one of the worst ways you can lose body fat. First of all, it's not optimal for muscle growth, which means you're just going to be skinny. And just look at a marathon runner if you don't believe me. Also, that means it's just going to make you really hungry. People that do like 2 hours of cardio, they just become really hungry, because when you do cardio, your body's now saying, right, I need some food to recover and to repair from that massive cardio session. And you're going to be way hungrier than someone that's just doing some NEAT training, some non-exercise activity thermogenesis style training where you're just walking or doing things like that. You're going to be less hungry. Now, as I said, we should be doing weight training. Everybody, in my opinion, should be doing weight training. If you cut down to lose the love handles and you're not weight training, that's a personal choice of yours. I'll just say to you, you are going to look a little skinny for most people. If you're not doing any weight training, you're not going to have built any muscle, and you only really need to gain a few pounds of muscle to start actually noticing a difference. You don't have to try and get massive. You don't have to be obsessed with the gym. You know, you can just train 1, 2, 3 days per week if you want to. What I recommend doing is doing the side lateral raises for the shoulders. That's a brilliant exercise to make the shoulders wider. The wider the shoulders are, the less your love handles are going to stick out. If you haven't got the wide shoulders and you have very narrow shoulders, then what's going to happen is you're creating this like square look. You've got a very square look, whereas if you have wide shoulders and a thinner waist, you're going to create that V look. And one of the most important exercises is for the lats. So the lats is the muscle just on your back right here, and that's going to also give you that wider look. The best way to build the lats is with the one arm row. You can also incorporate things like pull-ups into your workout, and even bent over barbell rows. Those are the exercises that will allow you to build a little more muscle. And don't forget to check out in the comments the workout plan that I've listed out, and also my full body workout video that you can watch right now.